roll out. By the way, if these are for the... I'm going to take these if they're for the research lab. Right? I don't think that's carry on back. Anti-timefall clothing. Might as well go grab that too. I'm not too overburdened yet. Right? I might be. I play on both modes, old and slow. Depends on how my eyes are feeling. Stick around long enough, you'll see both different modes get played on the PS5. There's a POI down here, it said. What did it count as a POI? Oh, why does it kill the music when I go into the map? No! I wish it didn't do that. What is the POI?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I want to know what the POI was. Old Crater. That's it. That's all it says. Okay. I wish it didn't kill the music when you went into the menu. Or into the map. I think we could go up this ridge line, looks like. It's like an old castle ruin over there. There's a road. Yeah, the music is awesome. The remake that's coming, it depends on when it comes out and if I have time. Because I have to say, Death Stranding was my first Kojima game, and I quite enjoyed it. So if I have time to play that remake when it comes out, we might get to it. Matter of fact, I had never played the original Space Marine game. I played Space Marine 2. The Space Marine remake dropped like a week or two ago on the Xbox. I just haven't had time to get to it because I've been too busy with Dune Awakening.
Buen dia, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Feels good.
Deliver and report. Oh, I have all sorts of deliverables. Select multiples. Okay, we already have it. It default selects. Are you a postman? Sort of. There's a lot of levels to this game. The base gameplay loop is that you are what's called a porter. You deliver things from point A to point B. When you start off, it's on foot. But later on, you can get a vehicle. You can get a bike, and then you get a truck, and then you can make other forms of transportation. You can make highways. You can build zip lines. I believe in this game you're also able to do monorails. And with bigger vehicles comes bigger deliveries, more complex deliveries. And between all of that, there's an action game. There's stealth combat. There's lots of different ranged weapons. There's ranged combat. There's all sorts of shit that goes on in this game. In the first game anyway. This game seems to be mirroring that with just more layers on top. Okay. So yeah, there's the whole resource management thing. There's also the management of your cargo. But this game now allows us to in the first game you had to just take everything off like one piece at a time, and here you can actually ditch the whole backpack and then go off and do a bunch of combat and then come back and pick up the backpack again, which is cool.
Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders?
Just a lot of different things here. The Postman is a phenomenal movie.
Very nice indeed. One glance is all I need to tell it's in great condition. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone.
That's right.
We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico onto the chiral network.
Only 2 hours. You haven't watched the extended director's cut, Hector? Loser. I love The Postman. I just like Kevin Costner films, so I had a good time with that one. And Tom Petty showing up at the end has always made me laugh. Waterworld, The Postman. What was the other one he did around that time that I really enjoyed? Oh, it wasn't him. It was Kurt Russell. Soldier, I think is what it's called. When he plays like the genetically modified super soldier in the future. It was around that time. It was like there was like Stargate, Soldier, Postman, Waterworld. Like the 90s had some really fun sci-fi, post-apocalyptic from like actors that I really like. Firmware update. I now have. Oh, sweet. So the MP bullets are now effective against BTs. That's perfect.
Now displaying your current order.
It's because when he asked him, he said, "Hey, did you used to be somebody famous?" And he was like, "Yeah, something like that." I loved it. Silent Handler level 2. Cool. Well, I'm gonna hopefully be able to keep going with the stealth route.
suppose you remember who I am. The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCA. I was a Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman.
Really?
So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance. And here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started to climb, hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down.
What kind of weapons you got?
Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets that have anti-BT properties. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you want to keep a few on hand. Before you head back out, review your options and requisition any weapons you think you might need. We've set aside a ton of extra materials just for this purpose.
Okay. What are you studying right now?
Chiral density levels in this region have been fluctuating wildly. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity as well. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar currents. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant BT is all but imminent. What the data doesn't tell us is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral monitoring equipment just wasn't precise enough to zero in. Now that you've connected us to the network, though, we should be able to make more accurate predictions. We seriously owe you.
Predictions. Okay. What should I do now?
It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
Don't look so happy, Sam. Woo! Nightmare time! I keep saying my sunburn is healed, but I've never seen, like, the sunburn have any effect on me out in the wild. Uh-oh, here's
It's
Deadman.
been too long, Sam.
Why are you waking me up in the middle
You
of the
were
night?
a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab.
Okay.
Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions,
Probes.
they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia.
Oh shit.
We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the death stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside.
Oh sure.
We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
He just goes and sits down on the bed and kind of just chills out. Strange anomalies like sandworms, right? Am I gonna be playing the Rogue Trader? Am I gonna do Rogue Trader again? Because the DLC dropped today. Owlcat did get me a copy of, because I've already played on the PC, but I reached out and got a Voidfarer edition for the Xbox Series X, which includes both DLCs. In July, as I have spare time, I'm going to dabble a little bit. I don't know if it'll turn into a full playthrough or not, because I've also got the Destiny 2 DLC, we've got Tales of the Shire, and I've still got lots to do with Dune Awakening, so we'll see. Just depends on how long this takes me and how much time I have before the 15th, which is when the DLC drops for Destiny 2. So no, hang on. Terminal. Definitely take your blood grenade. I have an assault rifle. Whatever happened to my machine my machine gun? I could have sworn at some point I had like a machine gun, and I don't have it anymore. I have the assault rifle. Oh, I guess that's not what it is. I have an assault rifle, and then one's an RB and one's an MP. Never mind. Okay. Fabricate equipment. Assault rifle. So I guess if I wanted to, I could make one of those big ass machine guns right now. Yeah, let's do it. I don't have any materials I want to claim. What did he just put down? That's interesting. Okay. There we go. Haha, alright. Quick save. Okay. Let's go see what we can see. Oh, that's lovely. Great. L2. Press X. Hold on. X to perform an evasive maneuver. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do that. Climb. Am I getting picked up? I can't really see what's going on. I need to get away. Oh shit! He's sucking me in. Oh no! Oh, run! Fuck, I'm out of ammo. Or out of something. What am I out of? Am I out of blood? Empty. Oh. That's right. I forgot how the guns work. You can only shoot until they're out of ammo, and then you have to pick a different weapon. That's right. I forgot all about that. Which means I think I have to find the ones that drop around the landscape. Like that right there, dropped an assault rifle. Okay, I see. And this would be a moment when I would want to say, hey, let me switch to a grenade. Yeah, because I'm out. I'm out. Oh, fuck, I'm out. I gotta pay attention when I'm out here. Used. Oh, no. I'm completely out of everything. Do I have any more? This is when I may actually have to find. That's rubber bullets. Empty. I'm gonna have to find something on the ground here. There's an assault rifle. Multi-purpose. There it is. Open wide. Alright, there we go. Oh, he ain't dead yet? Oh, there he goes.